if you're talking about lots of them, is it Spider-Man? Spider-Mans? What do you call it?
More to your seat. Find out more at Eclipse Cinemas.
Well, he comes every Thursday, and every Thursday he gets more excitable. What do you do with those cranes?
Well, I think I can tell you this week, right? I'm going to say it in advance. It's going to be less excitable this week. Not due to the quality of movies or so on, but just it's been quite a week up here at Eclipse, Bundoran, Seamie.
You've been busy. You have.
We have been busy. And last Tuesday was the busiest day of the year so far.
Wow.
It was absolutely... Well, we do a promotion called Crazy Tuesday, but it wasn't just that, because the directors, that's only $5.95, but the directors lounge was full as well. And look, it's a combination of weather and movies and so on, but a Tuesday was actually an okay day. And Mr. Jinx here, of course, stood outside the cinema and went, I don't know, maybe people won't come today. Next thing, busiest day of the year. The busiest day of the year. And of course, a lot of it was Deadpool, which has been hugely popular, even if there has been a few things of going, yes, Mom, I'm afraid it's 16s, and they would go, oh well, yeah, but he's seen all the other ones, and I go, yes, but he's 7, so no, he can't go and see it. And we've got something a bit more suitable for that age, because God only knows what Deadpool would draw with his crayon. So this sometimes happens where it's such a mega movie, and look, they thought it would be big, but it was been much bigger than they expected, because they just thought the 16s, the age limit, would put them off. It's been by far, worldwide, it's been by far the biggest movie. So the other movies are staying away. So next week, we have 5, maybe 6 new movies as well, and all aiming for the same audience, but they're staying away from it because they want to give Deadpool another week. So we've got a nice family movie, we've got a start of re-releases, and we've got an Indian movie. So I suppose we'd start with Harold. This is a very cute story. I think that we'll play a bit of the trailer, I suppose, Seamie, will we? And that'll kind of fill in the story.
There was a boy named Harold. With his purple crayon, anything he drew came to life. And one day, he stepped right into our world.
It's so beautiful. The real world is cooler than I imagined it was going to be.
Look out! Are you okay?
My insides are coming to my outside.
With the crane, anything is possible.
Anything is possible, indeed. And look, that sums it up. And people who've seen the trailer. Now, here's the thing. If we were having this conversation in Minneapolis, you'll see why in a minute, that, it'd be very different, because this is a really famous American series of books, actually, but Harold. And in it, Harold's a little kid, a little baby almost, and it draws all these things and has adventures. And the end of every book, though, he remembers to draw his way home to his bedroom, to snuggle up in bed for the next adventure. And it's very cute and very sweet. But I think they're less well known here. I don't think they're as famous. So we're coming into a sort of different way of telling this story. So in this one, he grows up, but then he finds his way into the real world. And it's that, we've seen that sort of cartoon crossover before. Person from a makeup world finds himself in the real world, and adventures and stuff happen, whether it's Pikachu or Harold. That's the way. And it's very sweet and cute. But the thing that's going to interest you most about this movie, because really it is for under 9s, so people are going to really enjoy it. It's a bit head-wrecking American at times, but if you're 7, you're going to be going, this is deadly, get eye for crayon. But supposedly, right, you're going to like this part of the story. Supposedly, the reason Prince was obsessed with the color purple was because this was his favorite book when he was a little boy. Whoa. And that's why the purple. Right. And I said, when I was watching this movie, I was going to go and tell Seamie about this. And he'll go, oh yeah, it might be one for the grandkids, but it's probably not one for me to take the trip up to Bundoran. But I went, he liked the Prince version of the story, right?
Now, I love that.
That may be true. It may not be true, but I don't care. As far as we're concerned in this radio station, it's absolutely true. Okay? That's why he liked purple, because he was the purple one. So as far as Purple Rain goes, it gets 2 thumbs up for us. For the kids, younger kids, as I said, about under 9, I think, who've seen Inside Out, seen Despicable Me, seen Garfield. This is a lovely, we're coming up to a bank holiday weekend, but looks like the rain's due again. This will be a lovely, nice trip for them. Okay, so, it's nice. Not a mind blower, but it's nice.
Okay. Right. This got me. Spider-Man. They're bringing Spider-Mans all back for the summer.
Yeah, and this is the one, like, we struggled last time of going, if you're talking about lots of them, is it Spider-Man? Spider-Mans? What do you call it? So they're doing a special re-release of all the live-action Spider-Man movies, starting with the one, Tobey Maguire's one in 2002. And of course, one of the things was the massive movie, the biggest movie of 2022 was Spider-Man No Way Home, where all the Spider-Man men appear together, right? So if you are 10, you do know these. You've probably watched the movies, but you've never seen them on the big screen. And it's a nice idea. And they're doing them once a week for 1 week only. And you're getting all 8 movies starting off. And, they're good fun. And, like, there is one stinker there. We'll see if I call that out when we say it. But I will watch it again to make sure. But the first Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire and the Green Goblin with Willem Dafoe, and particularly Spider-Man 2 with Doc Ock, there's a reason they were the bad guys who came back in the most recent one. They're really good movies. They hold up really well. I watched them. They're exactly what you want, full of action on, and it shows you where we were at the time. I remember going to see it, and there was a big thing that it was delayed about 2 months because there was a fight scene on the World Trade Center, and it was just after the 9/11, and they had to change. And of course, they didn't have the same digital technology 20 years ago, so it was quite hard work doing it. Whereas now they just click and point and do that sort of stuff. So they're all good. And again, if you have that age, we said Harold's for under nines really, but that's at a 9 to 14 age. Over the next few weeks, this is going to be perfect because everyone loves Spider-Man. So they're always good movies.
Oh, I love Spider-Man. Now, Mr. Monday, you're bringing the bikers back?
Yeah, I'm really glad about this. This is one now I don't think you got up at the time.
I didn't get to see.
But I was saying this you really like. It is, you see these guys, they've watched The Wild One, they've seen James Dean, and that's who they want to be. And it starts out as kind of a biker's club. It's not the normal movie that you get about bike gangs. They're a load of bored, mostly middle-aged men who are just frustrated and they want somewhere to go out and hang out and be a bit rough, but not to get criminal. But slowly they get sucked in, and it's kind of based on a true story. Jodie Comer, particularly, is brilliant in it. And you've probably seen the clip do the rounds where her accent's quite weird. Lots of people said, well, why would you do that accent? And then they showed the clip of the person she's actually playing. Spot on. Tom Hardy's really good, but Austin Butler, who we know is Elvis, and of course Elvis and James Dean, like he's going for classic 50s, but he has that look. Man, my God, the man's handsome. And he just looks great in the big screen as this sort of guy who just sees it and goes, this is the life for me. And it may not be the life for him. I'd highly recommend it. It kind of was missed over in all the summer for us, but it's really good. And it's shown on Monday just for €5.
Okay, now there's some big releases coming next week. You were talking about, and that include Kneecap, an Irish film.
Yeah, Kneecap, which they're talking about Oscars for.
Yes,
really are. So Kneecap, the band from Belfast. I must admit, I'm a big fan. You couldn't get a lot played in Ocean FM, not because the music's not good enough, because they're rude boys, but they're also very clever boys, and they have the most beautiful Irish. I'm not saying they always use the most beautiful way, but they've made a sort of semi-true, semi-fictional film about their life. I'm getting to see it tomorrow. I cannot wait. I love their music. They are interesting and brilliant guys, and apparently the film's getting rave reviews, and it's getting rave reviews in the UK. And this is from a couple of lads whose biggest hits up to last year included the song "Brits Out." So to see that they're getting those sort of reviews is something else. Variety said they think it'll be nominated for an Oscar, which is amazing. Wow. So we can't wait to see it. We always love to support the Irish. We're going to be talking all about that next week. But we've also got a movie called Borderlands. There's a film of It Ends With Us, Colleen Hoover, who's the biggest selling author in the world. And this is the first time they've made one of her books into a movie. And we've got a movie called Trap that I'm really interested in. So we've loads to talk about next week. And because of the bank holiday, we're actually going to do it on Friday next week. Isn't that right, Jamie?
You're back Friday because of the short week, and we wanted you to see all these movies.
Yeah, because there's so many, and there's such interesting movies, and they're ones that there's lots to talk about. So I'm looking forward to that. I'll see you next Friday. Practice your Irish. Bay Rash.
Oh yeah, come here. How is Twister doing? Is Twister still doing the business?
Still doing great stuff because it is the perfect summer movie. Do you know what? It sounds like a line, but this sort of rainy bank holiday, it's the perfect one, and all the family can see it. Unlike Deadpool, all the family can see it. There's loads of thrills, loads of spills, and it's great crack. I'm delighted to see it's doing so well because I was a bit worried about it last time we were talking.
That's Collies Movies. Till next Friday.